Hello everyone! Welcome to It's Crochet O'Clock. My name is Stephanie and we do this almost every Monday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's just a virtual stitching gathering where we all hang out. We work on our projects, whether it's crocheting, knitting, weaving, everything that has to do with yarn. Sometimes folks are working on things that don't have to do with yarn, and that's fine too. We have a couple disclaimers before we begin. First, if you want to participate in live chat, please remember that you must be logged in to your YouTube channel or else it will not allow you to participate in live chat. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and then select live chat instead of top chat. For some reason, it always defaults to top chat. We don't want that to happen to you. That means that you're going to end up missing some comments from some of the people that are participating tonight. Disclaimer, Freaky and Anthony are completely harmless for any of you guys who are new. They are very sarcastic, they are super funny, and they are regulars here. They are not trolls, I promise you. Let's see who's in live chat. Who is over here moving my screen around so I can see what's going on in all the places all the time? Ooh, look at everybody. There's my Aunt Jean Ann. Hello, I love you very much. We have Dee with us tonight. I saw Pippin. That's Emma from Pippin Poppycock. I'm not sure where Ida is. There's Ida. Ida is here. They are moderating for us this evening. Kim is going to be late, bless her heart. First day back at school for Australian kids today, so she's having a little mommy time. She needs it. Hello, hello, everybody. If anybody is new here, welcome, welcome. There's a lot of you. I see a lot of names that I am not used to. What's everybody saying? Everybody's saying hi. Hello. Hello from San Francisco. Oh, I need to get my crochet hook. I'm still running around like a chicken with my head cut off trying to get everything situated from Vogue Knitting Live, trying to unpack and inventory and put things away, and my brain is just fried, you guys. Thank you so much for giving me an excuse to stop and just sit and just crochet for a little bit and decompress. Everybody's still saying Kokomo, Indiana. Love that. That sounds so happy. So happy. Welcome to all the no folks. Yes. Stay over there. My organza bag keeps trying to jump out at me. I hope you guys don't mind. I am going to continue to work on my granny squares this evening because I just need something that is mindless, that I don't have to think about too much, and that would be the granny squares. Don't forget to stop and breathe. Yeah, that's what this is. A stop and a breathe. And my hair is already getting into the granny square. That's great. I met you at Vogue Knitting Live and I'm so glad. Aw, we're happy to have you. Hello from Fort Worth. Ooh, Kathy, are you going to be going to Dallas Fiber Festival? Can you guys believe that that's only 9 weeks away? I was thinking about that yesterday when I was putting things away. I was live for something crazy like 8 or 9 hours with the patrons. And I was thinking, I'm doing all of this, putting stuff away, and I'm just going to have to turn around and pack up all kinds of stuff to go to Dallas. Oh, I will be getting some squishy mail soon, trying it out. I know, I'm so excited. Ida has a very sensitive nose and she cannot deal with smells, and everybody loves the smell of Nurturing Fibers yarn so much, but poor Ida has never been brave enough until now to try and see if she can use Nurturing Fibers, and she's got her first package on the way to her. I'm super excited, and if you can handle the smell, then welcome to the addiction, my friend. Welcome. Hi from Western Australia. Ooh. I'm going to fringe a t-shirt 100 days at school this Wednesday. Oof, Aunt Jean Ann. Mercy. Candace said, I wish I could go to a fiber festival. I don't know if there's any in Georgia. Well, I don't know how far away a road trip is possible for you, but Crochet Guild of America is holding their conference in New Orleans this year, so that's rather close to you. Let's see. Going to have to check it out. Yep, Jennifer and Amy and I will be there. It is a guarantee that Amy is going to be at this one. A couple of you guys who came to see us at Vogue Knitting Live asked about Amy, and it is a guaranteed that Amy is going to be at Dallas. So fear not, everybody will get to see the Good Loops minion. So I finally got a craft room, and I didn't realize how much craft stuff I owned till we started putting it in the craft room. Hope, you know what? I just moved. And I have this big, my studio is rather large. You guys can only see a small portion of it. The patrons have gotten to see more of it. My studio is rather large, and I have already outgrown it. I'm having issues trying to figure out where to put stuff. That's not good. That's not good at all. Why are you sitting funky? Just sit. Sit, be good. Still trying to decide to go to Bendigo or not. Oof. Bendigo is cold, but I think it would be worth it. You know, it's a pretty large fiber festival. Ruth said, be right back. Need to refresh. You guys, Vogue Knitting Live. Oh, I ate so much good food, but we're not going to talk about food just yet. That's another thing for those of you guys who are new. I know that there's quite a few of you in here that I met at Vogue Knitting Live. We talk about food a lot here, so if you haven't eaten supper, I'm so sorry. And that was just what I had at home, not counting on everything I have in storage. Ooh, Lord. I understand those feelings. I do. It happens. It happens. I can attest that everything has babies. I have a pathway through my sewing room. Ida actually suggested that this weekend when I was moving things around, trying to find a place to give everything a home, because you know we launched the Nurturing Fibers Kid Silk while we were in New York City for us, and it's still not up on the website yet because I can only do so much and there's only so many hours in the day. But we also have larger merino DK that previously, you know, we only had 50 grams. Now we have 100 grams. So that has to find a new place. And Ida said that I needed to just create aisles in the room. Supper, I haven't even eaten breakfast. Okay, well, sorry. If you haven't eaten breakfast or if you haven't eaten supper or lunch, whatever it is, so sorry. Leanne said, I'm going back to Singleton for sure. I missed too many vendors. Oh, that was the one that you were saving up for all year long, wasn't it? Oh, I'm glad that you love it, Tina. Very, very, very glad. Welcome to the addiction. Wait. Freaky, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm so sorry. So, Vogue Knitting Live, you guys. There was a lot of people there. A whole lot of people. There was something crazy like 500 vendors there, plus all of the attendees. The hotel was wonderful. Really, really enjoyed the hotel. It was convenient to everything, of course, because it was on Times Square. It was a lot of work, but I think that it was worth it. We met a lot of people. I saw Chandy from Expression Fiber Arts. You guys probably saw my post about that. That's a really funny story. I was sitting there and I was checking somebody out, and I had my back to the aisle where people walk, and I heard Jennifer squeak. Whenever she gets really, really excited about something, she literally squeaks. And it's the cutest thing ever, but you're like, oh no, who has she run into now? And I turn around and there was Chandy, like right there. And I was like, oh, hi, how you doing, girl? got to see Crochet Luna. I did not get to spend a lot of time with her. I really, really feel bad about that, but both of us were super busy because she was vending, I was vending, but we did get to take a couple pictures. We wanted to do a live together while we were there, but we did not have a chance at all. I literally saw her, you guys saw when I saw her the first time when I was walking through showing you guys my floor of vending, or trying to anyways, with the time constraints that I had. And then I saw her at the end. Literally at the end when everybody was packing up and heading out, that's when I got to see her. So I wish that I would have gotten to spend more time with her, but I didn't. And of course, Bonnie Baker from Bonnie Bay Crochet came up and she helped Jennifer and I out because we were going to be down a minion because Amy could not come because she started her new job. And it was so wonderful to get to spend all of that time with Bonnie and Jen's mom. And then Anne came over from South Africa. She's one of my patrons, and she's in South Africa, so she doesn't get to join in on the lives while they're actually going on live unless something happens and she can't sleep at night. But she does watch the replays. And then Yolanda flew over from South Africa. Oh, there were so many people. So many people. Grandpa Squares. Uh-oh. She is using a G hook. Am I using a G hook? Yeah, I am. I go by millimeters. I don't ever go by the letters. Everybody's like, what letter is that? I have no idea. It's a 4mm, but I guess it's a G hook. Yes, and Nurturing Fibers Eco Cotton Yarn is what I am working in. Let's see, so what else happened at Vogue Knitting Live? Got to meet the owner of Malabringo Yarns. That was nice. He was at our booth for a little bit. Carlos and his son were both there. Jennifer got to spend a lot of time with him because, you know, she owns the yarn room in Pretoria, South Africa, which is a brick and mortar store. So she had business to talk with him about. So everybody was a little bit starstruck because, you know, he was there. He was right there. Got to see Nancy. She came up or down. I'm not quite certain where she lives. Yvette came up on the last day. I didn't get to see Margaret Hubert, which was kind of disappointing for me. But the weather, we had really bad weather on the Saturday, and everybody was saying that that's probably what kept her away. Let's see. Watching on my phone instead of my laptop. Oof. I always like watching YouTube better on the computer than I do my phone. I mean, I'll use my phone in a pinch. It's a Yaya's Hugs Guys room, right, Stephanie? So this was, when I first started Yaya's Hugs, I started it in cotton, and I had been working through it, and Jennifer was working over in Pretoria. She was working on a different colorway of it. And she messaged me and she said, Steph, I don't think that this blanket is a cotton blanket. I said, what? What do you mean? It's fabulous. And she said, Steph, I really think that it's a fusion blanket. And I thought, really? I've already started. I've already taken all of this yarn out of inventory and I've already started. And she said, let's not worry about the inventory. Just go and pull everything out in Fusion and just work it up in Fusion. And she was right. She was absolutely right. It's definitely a Fusion blanket. So this is the yarn that was pulled out for the original Yaya's Hugs, but it has morphed into, it's going to turn into its own granny blanket, I suppose, whenever I get finished or whenever I decide that I don't want to make any more granny squares, because there's a lot more, you know, there's solids right here in the variegated, and then there's these ones and these ones and these solids. So it's just, it's my, I can't think about anything right now. I don't want to think about anything right now. I just want to hold yarn in my hand and I just want to decompress. that's what this project has turned into, but it's probably just going to be a plain granny square blanket. This project is a Power Ranger. It's morphing. That's true. It is. It has morphed. It was the original Yaya's, and now who knows what it's going to turn out to be. But I still love the colors. These are still some of my favorite colors that I have. Oh, you guys. Are you guys ready for this? If any of you speak Spanish, okay, you're just going to start laughing right off the bat. So Jennifer is the other half of Good Loops. Jennifer and I have been working together for 2 years now. Good Loops is just shy of being a year old, but Jennifer and I were working for a full year before Good Loops actually launched. Jennifer is Venezuelan and American. Her mother is American. Her father was a Venezuelan ambassador, but she was born in Venezuela, and her mother's father is also Venezuelan as well. So her whole family speaks Spanish. They bounce back and forth. It's really, whenever you're hanging around Jennifer, it's really hard to follow a conversation with her because part of it's in English, part of it's in Spanish, and then part of it is in Afrikaans. And they understand each other because they all know the different languages. Well, I have always, always, always called her mother Mamacita. Always. Always. So we wake up on Thursday morning. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. We can't get in to start setting up until 4. Her mother had flown over from South Africa, and her aunt had come up from DC to spend time with Jennifer and her mom while we were there. And they were staying in a different hotel while her aunt was in town. Or her godmother, not her aunt, her godmother. So I asked Jennifer, what's Mamacita doing this morning? Because, we have time. Let's go do something before we're too tired and our legs hurt too bad to do anything. And she said that her mother and her godmother were going to Carolina Herrera because her godmother needed to get a dress for a wedding that she was going to. Well, Carolina Herrera is a Venezuelan fashion designer. She's retired now, but her brand is still out there. And she just so happens to be my favorite modern fashion designer. So I said, oh, can I go? Do you think that they would let me tag along? Because her flagship store is in New York City. Can I tag along? So she calls, and yeah, we'll meet him there. So off Jennifer and Bonnie and I go. We get our coffee, we get ready, out the door we go. Hop into an Uber and down to Carolina Herrera. So we get into Carolina Herrera, and it's gorgeous. Of course it's gorgeous. And Mamacita and her godmother were up on the second floor. Her godmother was trying on dresses. And we go up there, and I am oogling and ogling over all of the things that are on the racks up there, all of the lovely beadwork, all of the gorgeous embroidery, the fabrics. And the whole time I'm going, oh, Mamacita, come look at this. Mamacita, come look at this. Now remember, Carolina Herrera is a Venezuelan designer. The majority of the people that were working in her store were also Spanish-speaking people. And Jennifer's mom comes up to me, and she looks up at me, because she's just a little bit shorter than I am, which is really short because I'm short. And she goes, honey, you can't call me that here. And I said, why? I looked around, and she's like, it's like, ugh. And I just looked at her with confusion, and she goes, it's kind of like, oh, sexy lady. I was mortified. You guys, my tongue is so white. I didn't even know that Mamacita was a real word, okay? I thought that I was just saying mama and throwing in the little Sita thing, and Jennifer has been letting me call her mother a sexy woman for 2 years. Across Carolina Herrera, I was, you. Oh, she died laughing. Died laughing at me. The entire weekend, they were laughing at me. about that. I was absolutely mortified. I was like, what would you do if I came to South Africa and I could just picture myself walking through her parents' garden, going to the front door. Her parents come out the front door, and there I am, like, Mamacita, in front of your ambassador father. It, oh, you guys. No, D, it does not mean little mama. I promise you, it does not mean little mama, okay? Ugh, was not okay. My tongue is so white, you guys. I just can't do it. And then the last night we were there, we went to this lovely French restaurant. Absolutely wonderful. And we were there for like 3 or 4 hours just resting after the show. And I looked at Bonnie and I said, Bonnie, we need to give you a Good Loops title because you worked with us, so you need to have a title now. And Jennifer's mom goes, well, I need a title. I worked. And she did. She worked her little butt off. And I said, well, what are we going to call you? What do you want to be? And she goes, well, I don't know. I guess I'll just be Mamacita. And I said, but you said that I couldn't call you Mamacita anymore. She goes, I never said that. I am very flattered that you call me Mamacita. You can call me Mamacita whenever you want. I just didn't want you to call me Mamacita in the middle of Carolina Herrera. Oh, man. Have mercy. Have mercy, you guys. Be careful what you say, okay? Around people that speak multiple languages. Just be careful what you say. It might be slang for little mama, but every other, like, I've had to tell the story several times now, of course, because, embarrassment, so I have to let the entire world know what I did to myself. Did I go too far? No, this is the last one. And every Spanish-speaking person is like, oh, no, you didn't. Yeah. So while it may be slang in southern Texas or wherever, just know that the real meaning of it is, oh, sexy lady, like mamacita. Yeah, that's not okay. Hello, Carol. Welcome, and hello, Sonia. Yeah, it was, it was a very embarrassing moment because her mom is all refined and yeah, jeez. I'm sure you had help. Yeah, I did. So now the trust has been broken between Jen and I forget what it was, but I was talking to somebody. I think I was on the phone and I was talking to somebody and I was like, I don't know how to say that. And she goes, this is how you say it. And I'm like, oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I will never say anything that you tell me again. Ever. I tell my kids that all the time, that they need to be mindful of what they say in public because it may offend someone. Might offend someone. Listen. You might be calling somebody's grandma a sexy lady. I'm just throwing that out there. What did I just walk into? Kim, you just missed the story. So sorry. I embarrassed myself in the middle of Carolina Herrera. Yeah, the Mecca, if you will. I embarrassed myself. Can't believe I finally got to see a chat. Aw, well, welcome back, Steely. I hope it was not pre-chewed gum. Oh, Freaky is on a roll this evening. It sounds like something Enrique Iglesias would sing about. Listen. I don't know. It's just crazy. Let's see, what else happened? Did you guys see the live on Bonnie Bay Crochet? Jennifer and I were both on there She normally does her live chats on Friday nights or Friday afternoons, Eastern Standard Time. So she went live from the hotel room. That was fun. Maybe grandma is sexy, right? I mean, that's true. Let's see. What else happened? Oh, so I almost missed my connecting flight coming back from New York City. That was fun. Every other time that I have flown out of New York City, it has taken me ages to get through TSA. Ages. So the last night was Sunday night. We worked all day, and then we had to break down the booth and get everything boxed up so it could leave with FedEx to come here. Did I do a thing? Okay. And then we went to dinner, and then I stayed up because I was going to leave the hotel at 3 o'clock in the morning. My flight was leaving at 6:30, and it's always taken me at least 2 hours to get through TSA. And it was going to be Monday morning, all of the commuters and the business people traveling, yada, yada, yada. I didn't want to deal with it. So I left at 3 o'clock in the morning. You guys, I was at my gate at 3:45. From the hotel, Times Square to JFK, to my gate, there was nobody in TSA, not a single soul. I strolled right on through. So I had to keep myself awake. Thankfully, I had phone conversation to do that for me. And then I got on my plane and I was so tired, I hung up the phone, put my phone into my purse, slid my purse under the seat in front of me, and I was out. I do not remember taking off. I do not remember landing. I remember being woken up because somebody hit the back of my seat when they were getting up to deboard the plane. I was in Dallas, and in Dallas, if you've never been to Dallas Airport, you have to change concourses by train. Apparently, I changed concourses because I got home, but I don't remember changing concourses. The only thing I remember about Dallas is sitting down at my gate, looking up and seeing that I had 45 minutes before my flight was going to board, and that I was telling myself, Steph, you got to stay awake. Just stare out the window and people watch. You got to stay awake. Well, I thought I was doing that. And then all of a sudden, over the intercom, I hear my name. And I turn around and look over my shoulder, and everybody was gone. So apparently, I had gone back to sleep while sitting there and was dreaming about people watching. And I almost missed my plane. I was the last person on the plane. Oh, man. TSA is the security checkpoint going through the airport. Hey, Wanda! Wanda's listening to us while she's driving down the road. I sure am sorry that I'm going to miss you in Dallas, but I am very glad that I get to see you. Not too far from now in New Orleans. Gosh, Dallas is so close, you guys. Dallas is going to be awesome, and the Crochet Guild of America just announced that they're giving a master's class at Dallas. So for those of you who cannot make it to New Orleans, if you're going to Dallas, you can take the master's class in Dallas. Oh, and there's Lauren. Hello, long time no see. I just saw her yesterday. See, my flight there was miserable, was absolutely miserable. It took me forever to get to New York City because of Dallas. Funny story, we go get on our plane, and I'm in a middle seat. Of course, I'm in a middle seat. So the woman who was in the window seat was very obnoxious. Very, very, very obnoxious. And I looked forward, and there were two seats, or two aisles in front of me. It was empty, so I asked the flight attendant, hey, is anybody sitting in there? And she's like, no. So she goes, you want to move? Yes, I do. So I hopped up there. Well, there was something wrong with our plane. And we sat there for over an hour before they finally decided that it was just far too hot on the plane and they kicked us off the plane. Well, apparently, Chick that had been sitting in the window seat next to me got off the plane and went back to the bar. Because when they finally let us back on our plane, take note that I went right back to the empty aisle where I had moved to. She came back on the plane completely schnockered. I mean, completely. And in the row in front of her, which is the row between her and I, there were 3 women sitting there minding their own business. The woman who was drunk reached up and pulled on one of their hair. That woman gave her a dressing down in the voice. You know the voice that I'm talking about, the voice that immediately commands that you sit up straight and look forward and don't deviate from it. Don't mess up, because if you do, you're going to get thumped up against your head. It was bad. So we had finally just backed out from our gate and was sitting there getting ready to take off and go to the runway when this happened. So now what happens? We pull back up to the gate so they can take her off the plane. I mean, hello, Sonia and Steph. Hey, y'all, and Samantha. Listen. And Lanny, hello. It was an adventure, you guys. It was an adventure just trying to get there. And how about everybody else? I think Bonnie was the closest to New York City because she was only down in DC. But honestly, like, it took me all day to get to New York City. Jennifer flew from Pretoria, South Africa in less time than it took me to get from Lubbock, Texas to New York City. Hey, Anne. There's Anne, was just telling you, Lord, you are up way too late. But thank you for staying up to say hi. It was extremely interesting. I didn't get to see much of what was going on because I was so busy. What you guys saw is exactly what I got to see. That one time that I walked around with you guys is the only time that I walked back into that part of the showroom. When I showed you guys on the Good Loops Facebook page some of the gowns that had come down from the fashion show that were out on display, that was the only time I got to see them. I did not get to see much of Vogue Knitting live because we were super busy. Oh, Kim says, by the way, I'm on the phone, so I can't mod. Oh, that's okay. We got several other moderators that can smack just in case. Just in case. Run amok, Freaky. Don't give him permission to run amok. We have new folks in here. They might get scared away. Aw, Anne said, yes, just to say hi to my favorite person. We had a ball in New York, and meeting you was the best time ever. Aw, it was awesome to meet you too, Anne. I am looking forward. Anne is coming to New Orleans to the Crochet Guild of America conference down there, so that's going to be lots of fun. Anne brought me Tim Tams. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I still haven't unpacked my suitcase all the way. Anne brought me 3 packages of Tim Tams, the real ones, and she brought me like a salad spoon and a salad spork. I guess it is kind of like a spork, but they're wooden, what we would use here in the States for tossing salad, but the hands are beaded. Oh, they're so pretty. Smacking I can do, but links are hard. It's okay. We don't need any links right now. Okay, so I found and had Tim Tams for the first time the other day. I know why you guys love them so much. Yes, yes, they're fabulous. Samantha said I was the awkward woman at Vogue Knitting Live that fell over when we met. Oh, honey, it's okay. Poor Samantha. Thanks for helping me pick out yarn and making me feel welcome. It is my pleasure. Listen, I am an enabler. When it comes to yarn, I will always help you pick out yarn. Always, always, always. Oh no, us new folks are going to get out of hand as well. Oh. Well, a little out of hand is okay. Just a little out of hand. Freaky, what are you doing, Freaky? Poor Samantha had a moment, but that's okay. It was just a moment. Only me and Mamacita saw it. It's quite okay. Tim Tam Slams is the best with coffee. I have to concur. I agree, Kathy. I have to concur. Ugh. All right, we're 36 minutes in. Can I talk about the fabulous food that we ate at New York City? Can I? Can we do that yet? The first night, I don't care. It's my channel. We're going to talk about it. So the first night we were there. Have you ever put yourself on a yarn band? No. Why would I do that? I love myself. Have I been replaced as your dealer? No, I don't think that you've been replaced as my dealer. Oh, Anthony. There's Anthony. Anthony says, no, I can't talk about food yet. Well, you know what? You're not the boss of me, Anthony. Remember, Stephanie, you can't say Mamacita. You know what, Anne? You had to go. You didn't get to go to the French restaurant with us because you had that business meeting to get to. But Mamacita said that I could call her Mamacita. I just can't call her Mamacita in Carolina Herrera. Oh, who knows what Freaky is doing? I know, right? Okay, so the first night we were there, Yolanda found this beautiful Italian restaurant, and I was so thankful that she did, because when I was trying to find, listen, I didn't eat pasta for like 2 months, okay, preparing to eat all the pasta when I got to New York City. I banned myself from pasta and most carbs if I could help it. But when I was researching all of the restaurants that were around close by where our hotel was, they all did like group portions. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, there's at least 4 of us that are going to be going to eat. And what happens if we don't all want the same thing? You know, that's unacceptable. But Yolanda found this, this lovely Italian restaurant that we went, me and Jennifer and Bonnie and Anne and Yolanda all went there on the first night. Everybody loved their food. Everybody at the table just loved what they had. And then I was too full, so I did not get dessert. That's how full I was. But Jennifer got the tiramisu. So Jennifer always eats off of my plate. I always eat off of her plate. That's just, that's how we are. So I reached over and I took a little tidbit of it. Now, you know, tiramisu, there is always something, there's always a little bit too much of something. There's too much coffee. There's too much liquor. There's too much cream. There's always a little bit of too much of something. You guys, that tiramisu was the perfect blend of everything. Everything. It was gorgeous. It was so gorgeous that I wanted to propose marriage to the chef just so I could procreate with the chef and give birth to the next generation of culinary masters. That's how perfect it was. It was glorious. The second night, we were far too tired to think about going anywhere except for right across the street to this restaurant called Junior's, which it was known for its cheesecake. There were thousands of reviews about its cheesecake. So, of course, I wanted to go. And we all had cheeseburgers. All of us. Again, the same people. We all had cheeseburgers. They were all glorious. They were all wonderful. And then we had cheesecake. And it was good. It wasn't as fabulous as everybody had made it out to be on the reviews, but it was decent. The third night, we went back to the Italian restaurant, and I had the tiramisu that time, my own tiramisu. And then the fourth night, we went to this French restaurant. There's 3 of them in the world. One is in Paris, one is in London, and one is in New York City. And when you go in, there is only one thing on the menu. That's it. And the only thing they ask you is how you want your steak cooked. That's it. Comes with a little salad beforehand that has this walnut dressing. And then your steak comes to you. And it has shoestring French fries on the plate with your steak. And this glorious sauce that you want to bathe in that apparently they are known for. That's what we ate. Oh, and then right after Carolina Herrera, we were all hungry. It was lunchtime. And so I always ask locals where they go and eat lunch or where they go and eat dinner if they're at work. And one of the women that was helping Jennifer's godmother pick out her gown and try on the gowns said that Carolina Herrera ate at the restaurant that was 3 doors down every day for lunch. So I'm like, hello, that's where we're going. Didn't give anybody an option, really. So we went in there. Carolina Herrera was not there. I think she eats there out of convenience because the store is still there, and they said that she does come into the store every day whenever she's in town. I think she eats there out of convenience, more out of and instead of the food being good, because the food was not fabulous, the service was not fabulous. But you guys, my butt could have sat in a chair that Carolina Herrera has sat in. And that instantly makes my hind parts fancier than yours. Just saying it. It's just how it is. My hind parts are fancier than yours now. Thank goodness I already ate, or I would be running to the kitchen to find some nibbles. So sorry. We ate wonderful food in New York City. Pretty sure procreating and marriage are mutually exclusive. Listen, that's just how it was. Anne said my gnocchi was the most amazing I ever had, and my brother has an Italian wife, and this was better than she ever made it. Their food was fabulous, absolutely fabulous. I think I'm going to be recommending that Italian restaurant to everybody that I know. If they're going to New York City, that is. Yes, I put out the disclaimer, but you guys still need to be good. Just because I put out a disclaimer doesn't mean that you guys can just go hog wild. And they will probably always be fancier than my hind parts. They will be, unless you go to the place that Carolina Herrera eats lunch at every day and you sit in one of those chairs. Do you recall the name of the Italian restaurant? I will have to Google it and find it, Samantha. Find me on Facebook and send me a message so I will remember, because I don't want to stop to do it right now. But it was glorious. The service, I mean the bread, the olives that they brought, everybody enjoyed all of their food. It was wonderful. Making sure that I put out a disclaimer. I'm very easily influenced. Oh, Anne. Oh, the trouble we are going to get into in New York or in New Orleans. I can see it now. Oh, we're going to have a good time. Jennifer and I immediately, it's weird because we've been excited about Dallas. Honest to goodness, we have. But we weren't even finished with New York City yet. and we were already talking and planning for New Orleans. And I'm like, hello, we have Dallas in between then. And she's like, oh yeah, Dallas. We're both super excited about going to New Orleans. There's a lot of people watching who haven't clicked the thumbs up. Ask yourself why. For shame. Click the thumbs up, you people. What are you doing? Steely said, no, Freaky, I didn't climb in the bin with the yarn. I start something, then I run out of the yarn I need. It always happens when I don't have money to buy more yarn, so I start something else. Oof. I have so many half-done projects or just started projects. It's not okay. It's not okay. Credit card statement. For the restaurant, look at your receipts for the name. Well, I could do that, but I don't want to stop right now. I know where it's at. I know exactly where it's at. It was like right around the block from where we were at. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. Jen said, oops, just click the thumbs up. It's been a few weeks since I've been able to watch the live chat. Well, it's been a few weeks since we've had one, and the last one that we had was right before I left to go to New York City, so it was only an hour long. I did not stay here for the entire one. I have registered with the society already and starting with my flights to New Orleans. Very excited. I've never been there. Oh, you're going to have a great time. You are going to have a great time. Just don't overload yourself with classes, Anne, because a lot of people do that. I know Wanda's listening, but she's driving, so she probably can't respond. But a lot of people, when they first go to the Crochet Guild of America conference, they pile all kinds of classes. They take all of the classes that they can get and fit into their schedule. But don't do that to yourself. Take one class a day. That's it. Just one class a day. Don't take a morning and an evening class. Just don't do that to yourself, because it'll wipe you out. It will really wipe you out. It's okay, Kim. I just purchased a sweater worth of hand-dyed yarn. Ooh, fun. Fun, fun, fun. I would love to be enthused about yarn right now, but I've just... my whole den is covered with yarn. There's yarn everywhere in here. You guys can't see it, but this place is a awful mess. And I cannot handle it because... I mean, I know where everything is, technically, but not really, because I can't find the wall hanging for the Ravana. I found the pillow, but I cannot find the wall hanging for the Ravana. Bonnie is teaching at the Crochet Guild of America conference this year. I think she's teaching a beginning knitting class, though. I think that's what she's teaching, which you don't need because you already know how to knit. The patrons were telling me yesterday, yarn aisle. I know, I need to, maybe I just need to turn the den into, I might end up having to do that, Ida. And just have all of the yarn in there, but then it wouldn't be so pretty behind me. Come on, flip around. Was hesitant at first with the amount it cost, but hubby said, just do it. Money comes and goes. Oh, don't you just love it when that happens? Don't have to tell me twice. It cracks me up when people like post things into the Facebook group about, look at my cart, tell somebody hold me back, or somebody posts about a sale for yarn or something. No, 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 don't show that to... Listen, you are in the wrong place. You are in the wrong place, because I will always tell you, buy all the yarn all the time. Are you still going to do the veteran scarves for the World War II Museum in New Orleans? Yes. Yes, we are. I have to get on top of that. I also have to get on top of the Snowball Express stuff because that's going to come. Oh, there's Wanda. She said, yeah, I get to meet Anne in New Orleans. Yes, you do, because she will be there. Hello, Kayla. Welcome. I told my boyfriend that the money he asked for the taxes was being saved up for Dallas Fiber Festival. That he's going. Are you going to come to the Dallas Fiber Festival, Alicia? There are some great restaurants in New Orleans. I live close and go as often as possible. Terry, are we going to see you in New Orleans? We are staying downtown. We will be at the Downtown Marriott in New Orleans. I want to learn how to knit continental style, but the class is sold out in Dallas. Oh no, that's a bummer. I was just lucky I did have birthday and Christmas money to spend. He's a keeper, supporting my addiction. That's fun. I would agree with you, Sally. Try the University of YouTube. It's going okay. Unfortunately, I don't know anyone personally who can teach me, so I'm relying on YouTube videos. Hey, I'm a champion of YouTube videos. I mean, hello, here I am. There's lots of people who learn how to do things on YouTube. Lots of people are visual learners. If they weren't, then me and all of the other YouTubers would not have jobs. I don't think I can this year, but I'm going to miss it terribly. Oh no, Terry. It's going to be a great one. It really is. But Dallas is first. Dallas, Dallas, Dallas first. There's going to be lots of folks at Dallas. Lots of people have already said that they're going. I'm looking forward to it. She retracted her own message, Freaky. Alicia does that a lot. She says things and then she's like, nope, nope, take it back. Take it back. What else is happening? Oh, bonbons. Listen, I have bonbons coming out the wazoo. I probably have 4,000 bonbons in this building. So many bonbons, you guys. Holly said I learned how to crochet from YouTube videos. Lots of people do. I tell people all the time if they can't read patterns and they're new, to find something that has a written pattern but also has videos with it. So you could also do that with knitting once you learn the basic stitches. Oh, no, come, act right, act like you have some upbringing. I learned crochet from YouTube. Knitting seems harder, but I have learned to knit and purl. Still a long way from knitting socks. You will get there. I'm going to try. Oh, it would be great to see you, Alicia. No local craft groups. Stalk random cafes and look for knitters and go introduce yourself. Kim is so open. Kim is that type of person that will just walk up to anybody and talk to them. But I say that, but you know, when Wanda was here and she was visiting, not too long ago, what was it, like a month ago, Wanda was here, maybe? Her and I were having dinner, and we went to this one restaurant that's open 24 hours on the weekends, and there was nobody there because I don't get off work until 10 o'clock. So I picked up Wanda like at 10:30 because I ran home, let Jack out, and then went back out and picked up Wanda. It was late. And we went in there, and the manager was sitting there, and she was working on something with yarn, and me and Wanda was staring at her. I'm like, hey, you. Hey, you. So she ended up hanging out with us throughout our entire dinner and beyond, and we were just talking about all the things yarn and pom-pom related because she was making pom-poms. I want bonbons so bad. I have lots of bonbons. Was that 3? Okay. Everybody's talking about learning on YouTube. It happens to me all the time. People come and chat to me when I'm knitting in public. Really? Speaking of yarn store, oh, listen, I was getting the oil changed in my car the week before, and I'm working on, the patrons know, I'm working on a super secret project. And it's glorious, and I'm so excited about it, and I'm so happy about it. I'm so happy about it that I don't ever want to not be working on it. I would be working on it right now, but super secret, squirrel. So I'm sitting there waiting for the oil to be changed in my car, and there's these 2 women that are sitting there, and they're staring at me. And one finally comes over and starts talking to me about what I was doing, and that's the first time that I think anybody has ever approached me while I've actually been crocheting and working on stuff. Apparently knitting makes me look approachable. Kim, you look very approachable. All the time. I learned as a little kid from my grandma, and then as an adult I learned from YouTube. I don't know. I was 10 or 11. I learned how to crochet from an older woman that used to babysit me in Oklahoma. And I only made, like small little round coasters or whatever, but that's where I learned to crochet, technically. I taught myself the fancy stuff by following directions and messing up and frogging and following directions again when I was older. Kim. I understand. I have that problem as well. I have to actively work on smiling, or everybody's like, what's wrong? Going to go to bed now, but we'll chat next week. Good night, Anne. Sleep well. Yeah, I can't say that word out loud, but that's, I have that issue too. Believe it or not. I'm just sitting there, I could be sitting there thinking about laying in a bathtub full of Tim Tams and be perfectly happy and content with the universe, and somebody will say, what's wrong? Nothing is wrong. Why do you look like you're upset? It's just my face. This is just my face. Kathy learned to crochet chains at 8. Oof. My grandma taught me how to do chains. Then I had a friend when I was 7-ish teach me how to make rows. I taught myself the rest. Getting off work, so I have to switch to my phone. Okie dokie, Hope. We will be here for another hour. RBF. There you go. Thank you, Kathy. RBF. That's a good acronym for it. It must be a Steph thing. Ida has started knitting, and she was working on socks. Last month when we did the Patron Zoom meeting, which is it's a program where like everybody can video chat and everybody can voice chat if they choose to do so. And it's a smaller group of patrons that are at that level that can partake, but we do that once a month. And last month, Ida was working on a pair of socks, and we were talking about it, making jokes and all of that. And then yesterday, she holds up this sock, and she dangles it around, and I'm like, Ida, is that the same sock you was working on last month? It wasn't, though. It wasn't. Oh, sorry, working on Llama's harness. I learned to knit and crochet when I was a kid. Ruth is making a no drama llama. It's so cute. I learned the basics of crochet when I was 8 and taught myself the fancy stuff with books and YouTube. I do not know how to knit. I will not learn how to knit because I have an obsessive personality. And if I learn to knit, then I will end up putting crochet down. Hey, come on. Or an Italian thing, maybe. It might be. Oh my goodness. There, stay. Mercy. Oof. My nose itches. Okay. We're okay. This is fine. This is fine. Funny thing is, my daughter has claimed the first pair in this current pair of socks. Aw. Steph, that could mean such a naughty thing. What do you mean that could mean such a naughty thing? Freaky, don't you do it. Be good, Freaky. You hear me? Be good. I don't even want to know what he's thinking. Dee said, my mom taught me the basics of crochet when I was in high school. Thanks to Pippin and Helen Shrimpton, I learned the fancier stitches over the past 2 years. I think that's how it works. You know, Sophie's Universe brought a lot of people to making fancier stitches. Brought a lot of people back to crochet who had put it down. Sophie's Universe was so pretty that when it started circulating around, it made people want to learn how to crochet so they could make it. I'm good with that because it means she sends the knit crate pins to me. What do you mean? I always send you. I save my knit crate pins for you. Marley Bird has a great set of videos where she's teaching her mom to knit. It's been helping me to get started. Marley Bird does. She does both. I'm trying to do a Mandala Madness. That's a fabulous pattern. It really is. Alicia said, I learned in loom knit, and then 5 years ago I learned to knit. It's easy because the stitches are the same but done differently. I just pulled something through somewhere where I shouldn't have. I felt it. I felt it. But we're just going to go with it. We're just going to go with it because we're not taking this to the fair. It's okay. Whew. Who else did I see? I know that there was... I know there were lots of people. I feel like I'm forgetting something, and then I'm going to feel awful. It's going to wake me up at 3 o'clock in the morning that I forgot to talk about something. What's Sophie's Universe? Sophie's Universe is a blanket. It was a crochet along. It's a free pattern. I think it's still free anyways. You can also, it has full video tutorials. Esther from It's All in a Nutshell did the video tutorials for it. It's a really pretty pattern. It's old now. You know, it's like 3 years old now. 3 or 4 years old. But it was very, very, very popular. Did you see yourself? Yes, I saw myself. Steph, I have to tell you, Mom said the more she sees you, she says we could totally be sisters. Oh, yeah? Well, how about that? I only know the basic stitches, but how fast does the star stitch work up? The star stitch is not one of those fast things, and it's a yarn eater. Sorry, it is. It's a yarn eater. No, I did not, Sally. Or I may have. I don't know. How many more balls do I have? I wonder how many I'm going to get out of this. Oh, my nose will not stop itching. What does that mean? Why do I always forget? You guys always tell me and then I forget. Thank you, Ida. Ida's got the link to Look What I Made, Deidre's website, for you if you've never heard of Sophie's Universe before. But the same person that did the videos for Helen Shrimpton's Mandala Madness did the videos for Sophie's Universe, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah. What it means is it's scratchy. Thanks, Anthony. Thanks so much. You're going to kiss a fool. That's right. That's right. I'm going to kiss a fool. Oof. There must be a whole lot of kisses in my future because it will not stop. Ugh. I heard that Jonah, the kid who... You know, everybody was telling me that Jonah was going to be there, and I was trying my best to keep a lookout, but I did not see Jonah. Nope, Steely, it's a yarn eater. I mean, if you've got a lot of yarn to burn, absolutely. But it's a yarn eater. Okay, you're gonna kiss a fool. Companies come in, someone is thinking about you. You guys make up your mind. Granted, I'll take all three. I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. Ooh. I really don't know why it won't stop itching. Jonah's such a cool kid. Yes, he is. The next generation. Freaky's back. Don't nobody tell him what we were saying. Stop talking about him. Ooh. Let's see. Anything else interesting happen? Gosh, we were so busy working. I've only heard kiss a fool. Barla said, haha, it's all three. Well, I mean, I'll take it. I just hope that lots of company isn't going to be coming over. Someone's thinking or talking about you as your ears are hot. I don't know. So what is going on over here? You guys see, nobody mentioned over here. Nobody mentioned all of my hard work yesterday. It took me all day. Just scratch it. I am scratching it. Whenever it itches, I'm scratching it. Hot ears or ringing ears as somebody is talking about you. Your nose itches because company is coming. Hoomst happens to be a fool that will kiss you. I love that word, hoomst. Ida's got it down. I like that idea, Ida. So did we already talk about Vogue? We've been talking about Vogue the whole time. Well, mostly the whole time. I mean, listen, I was in a hotel that had massive quantities of yarn. I didn't get to see the vast majority of it. I didn't get to hang out with anybody that wasn't Jen, Jen's mom, Bonnie, Anne, or Yolanda. We just worked. We worked our little butts off. It's too dark. Well, that's because all of the blues and everything are right there. It is. It's rather dark. I'll see what I can do with the lighting. I need to get more lights, which I'm dreading because it's very bright in here. You guys can't see it, but it's super bright in here. My mom says your ears are left for love and right for spite. Ooh. Left palm is money, right palm is shake hands with a stranger. Ooh. Marla said, man, I'm in trouble. My ears have been ringing since I was 16. Oof. I can't imagine that. Did you get to go yarn shopping at all? No. 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 I spent zero money on yarn while I was at Vogue Knitting Live. Literally, what you guys saw when I went live and I walked through, we were on the 5th floor. Vogue Knitting was the 5th and the 6th floor of the hotel. During that live, I didn't even make it all the way through the whole 5th floor to show you guys. That was all I saw. I didn't see anything else. I never once set foot on the 6th floor. I didn't have time. I just didn't have time. Hope you sold a buttload of yarn. We did sell a lot of yarn. But we also had a lot of yarn that came back. So I got a lot of yarn here. A whole lot of yarn. A lot of yarn to put away. Inventories to mesh and then open up the kid silk, what we do have left of the kid silk, to everybody on the website. My hands are always cold, and that means I have a warm heart. Is that true? Cold hands, warm heart, is that a thing? Is that really a thing? Oof. We also have mini skeins of some of the single spun lace because of the, oh, what kit was it? We have a whole bunch of new kits that we put together. One was for, I think they're all knitting. We put together kits for Maxine's pillow. We put together kits for the mochaccino shawl, and I think there's only 2 of those kits left because everybody wanted the mochaccino shawl, which is knitting. There's the Serendipity shawl, which is also knitting. There's kits for those. There's the new Yaya's kits. Those will be going live. There's still some of those left. Gosh. My brain. Maybe some track lighting for your yarn area. That way you don't get more lamps that create heat. Oh no, I want to create heat. Granted, it's winter. But man, your boss sucks. I managed to get an hour or 2 off during Bindi to do the rounds. I'm the boss. I was busy, and I was too concerned with making sure that Bonnie and all of that got breaks. I did get to take little breaks, but I stayed close to the booth as often as I could. Question about Knit Crate. Do they normally send a box out before the bill? No, not normally. You normally get charged on the first of the month, and then about a week and a half later, they will send out your crate. One YouTuber did a live stream from the festival, and it was so busy that you couldn't see much yarn. Too many people for my liking. It was very people-y. It was very people-y. It was crazy. I did see one YouTuber on opening day, because where our booth was at, the line to get into the proper marketplace, because we were outside the marketplace, the line to get into the proper marketplace, nope, don't fall, was right by our booth, and she was there and she was live. It looked like she was live on Facebook or something like that. But that was all, other than Bonnie and Shanty and Luna. That was all that I saw. The bill I got on the first came the second week of January, and I got a box sometime last week. No bill yet. Huh. Weird. I have so many screenshots from your little walkthrough of shops to check out. I'm going to have to go back and watch my own live, because I was too busy with, they were still setting up, and everybody was still setting up. And it was the last minutes right before everything was going to officially be open, and I was trying not to step on people that were down on the ground and, zhuzhing things up, and I was just paying too much attention to the technical side of things to enjoy what I was seeing, and I didn't want to go into people's booths, because that last minute zhuzh and all of that, I didn't want to be annoying. So I'm going to have to go back and watch my own live. Was it the same yarn? Oh, asking Freaky, was it the same yarn? The little knitted item I got turned into a cat toy. Freaky, is that your first month subscribing to Knit Crate? I finally got to one of the knit and crochet stores here in Minnesota. Ooh, fun. I always like going into local yarn stores. There's not many left anymore. Did I go too far with this? I hope I didn't. All the lives were awesome. Yeah, except for the one where I forgot to pull out my card swiper thingy from my phone, and I was walking around. Thank goodness somebody was like, "Hi, we don't hear anything but screeching." I didn't even think about it, because it just stayed there. So sorry, by the way. Yep, my third box in the same month got December and January. Huh, that's weird. Oh, that's a good one. Did you get a sock crate membership as well? You may have. Where? Wait, Sherry. What did Sherry say? Oh, in Minnesota. No, wait. Okay. That was for Sherry. All right. We're getting all confused, guys. We're getting confused. How many do I have of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. That's not enough yet, you guys. Not sure, might have been one box was 30 bucks and the second was 40 bucks. Yeah, I think you got both of them. Freaky. I think you did. There's a local yarn store in Alabama that also sells tea. Oh, Ida, that would be heaven for you. Mondays is awful fun, isn't it, Kayla? I like that it forces me to stop and pause. Oh, it's okay, just technical difficulties for a minute. Yeah, that's what it was, just technical difficulties for a minute. Wait, I was thinking, am I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm behind on that one. Where is the end to this? Oh, look, my hair. Where are you? Where are you, end? Come to me. There we go. Goodbye, Bonnie. Thank you, Kathy. That's in the merch store. It's the big one. I love that coffee mug. Everyone needs to stop and pause every now and then. That's true. That is very true. I don't often do it. I'm always working on something. I'm always at work, doing something with some sort of work. I don't pause very often. And even if I do pause, 9 times out of 10, I'm thinking about something that has to do with work. T-shirt is all finished, sitting here with a chai latte, enjoying the conversation. Oh, the chai lattes. My cousin got me hooked on chai lattes. I haven't had one in a really long time. Where do I find the merch store? You go to itscrochetaclock.com and then click on merch, and it will take you to the merch store. One, 2, 3, 4. So far, all parcels had 2 skeins. Freaky, honey, I think you just got lucky. I really do. I think you just got lucky. Oh, I have my knit crate. Where is my knit crate? I forgot to unbox my knit crate. Hold on. Let me go get my knit crate. I completely forgot about it. Oh. Shows you how out of it I've been. I completely forgot about my knit crate. Oh, mercy. All right. Oh, my box cutter's out there. Hang on. Let's see what I got. It came while I was in New York City. I've been back for a week. Sorry, Knit Crate. Oh, glory, glory, hallelujah. I was so concerned, you guys. You guys, honestly. Oh, I love the little tidbits. I mean, really, I don't know what we're going to use that for, but we're going to find something for that. That is adorable. That's funny. That's cute. Blame jet lag. Yeah. Alrighty, let's see what we got. Brooklyn Boy Knits. So this is worsted weight yarn. It is in the colorway Royal Court, and it's 100% superwash merino. And it's 225 yards, so we have 450 yards total of it. Feels like merino. I'm very, very happy that, it's kind of weird though, because this is all blues, and you can't see, oh, see, that's why you guys are like that. See how this one has got, let me flip this for just a second. It's really weird. See, look at them. That's really strange. Like this one over here is grays and purples with just a little bit of blue. But then this one, no, this one over here is all blues. And there's no gray in it at all. I wonder if they messed up. Because that's kind of awkward, don't you think? Just a little bit. Come here. Let's see what's in the book. I was really worried that I was going to get this colorway right there. I was really worried about that. Let's see. Oh, well, I guess not, because I guess it's not a mistake. Oh yeah, everybody got 2 different skeins. See, I'm late. I had to go to New York. I'm so sorry. So this one is like very tangerine. That was in the sock crate. Oh, don't run away from me, book. Mercy. It's got the designer. So here are the colorways. The all natural had some oranges and yellows in it and browns, and then these are very neutral. I would not have liked either of these, so I'm glad that I got the blues, because I'm not an orange person, you guys. I'm not. If Knit Crate is calling your name and you haven't tried it out, but you want to, you can always use Crochet O'Clock 20, and you'll get 20% off your first crate. Those are the 3 for the sock yarns. Not my month for colors. So happy. Looking at these patterns. I don't want to put out the patterns, so that's why I have to pull back. So this is the upside down cowl. This is socks, and then socks. These are crochet socks. These are knitted socks. And then this is another cowl here that is crochet. This one up here is knit. Going through, there's a better picture of the knitted cowl, if you can knit as well. And don't forget that there is free shipping worldwide. There is no shipping ever on Knit Crate. There is the knitted, or the crocheted cowl. Sorry, a little bit of glare there. Here is the knit socks, without the glare, of course. And here are the crocheted socks. Better picture of those. Now, where are we at? So this is the theme for February, and guys, I'm trying not to get too excited about this, but you know how I love me some vintagey colors. This is Once Upon a Yarn is the theme for next month. Well, there is shipping, but it's included in the price, yes, but all the crate, it's all the same price, no matter where you are in the world. It's all the same price. So that was my knit crate this month, you guys. Look at this little dude. See, look, I can't get over. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do with this little dude? Seriously, look. I'm gonna snip this right there. Is he just hanging out? He does not belong. I'm gonna snip him. There we go. Snip. That's adorable. All right. Well, Freaky, you don't have to get both boxes. You can just get one. You don't have to get the both of them. Oh, I'm trying to get my seat back to where it's supposed to be. Whew. Thank you guys for talking about Knit Crate. I sure enough did forget. It's not okay. All right, come on. Why do I have to? Ornament. Kim, why are you screaming? No. You should have just pulled it through the inside. It's glued. There's glue there. I wouldn't have cut it if there wasn't glue, Kim. Calm down. It's okay. This is fine. It's all fine. It's glued. It's not going to unravel. It's okay. Well, hey, Gabby. I would put the hat on pins at work. Yeah, but I work with too many people. I don't want to take it to work. It'll end up getting lost. We can't have that. Gabby is very late today. She got to spend basically all day yesterday with me, so apparently that means that she doesn't have to show up for live chat on Monday. I'm sorry, Gabby, I'm just playing. I really love the crochet sock patterns in the Knit Crate pattern book. They do very well with giving us a balance between crochet patterns and knit patterns. That's one thing that I like about Knit Crate. It's called Knit Crate, but they do give us a lot of crochet patterns. Wine bottle hat. I like that idea. Might try that sock pattern. Which one, the knit or the crochet? I live in Cedartown, Georgia, only 20 minutes from the Alabama state line. You people that live where you can get Vidalia onions easily, I envy you. Oh, Gabby was driving home and her phone died. That's a bummer. You missed the good stuff, Gabby. You'll have to watch the replay. Shenanigans have been taking place. Somewhat. I'm bummed I don't get to see my colorway worked up in the booklet like the other two. Well, you could always work it up yourself. That's one way to see it. Did you bury it on the side of the road? You should use your bonbons to create a tiny dollar animal to... Wear the little hat from your knit crate. Oh, Jen, that's such an awesome idea. It's a fabulous idea. Stop it, tail. I'm going to have to watch the replay for sure. Yeah, if you missed anything, I told a couple funny stories. Man. Good night, Carol. See you next week. Kelly said, nope, maybe one day when the kids are moved out and I have more room. Listen, I got no kids at home and I don't got no room. I mean, I got room. That's not true. I have room. I have plenty of room. But I can't start dyeing yarn either, for the same reason that I can't learn how to knit. Because then all I will want to do would be dye yarn. And that would be no bueno for you guys. Because I'm sure you guys would get bored with logging in every Monday just to watch me fiddle around with dyeing yarn every Monday. I just said that Candace and her should meet up and go to a yarn place because they live close together. And we've just discovered this. And Candace said, yes, that would be great. I've never been able to go to a yarn shop with someone who is equally as excited as I am. It makes all the difference, doesn't it? Kathy said, I think Knit Crate was going to include something to go with the little hat, but they did not get it in time. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's not purple, Gabby, it's blue. It was coming up purple on the screen, but it's not, it's blue. There's a little bit of purple in one of them, but it's mostly blue. For some reason, I can't get the live stream to work on my Chrome browser. It's playing other vids okay, but the live is just giving me the circle of death. Bummer. That's not okay. You'll be pleased to know that my hair appointments are no longer going to be during lives. Well, it is about time, Sally. I mean, it's only been a year, over a year, that you've been planning your hair appointments during live. I mean, gosh. Makes a huge difference being able to shop for yarn with people who care and are interested. I agree. Stop. Freaky said that on his tablet he's getting a message that reads Chrome is not working. That's not good. But at least it's not me this week. And at least YouTube isn't having crazy issues like it did the last time we were able to have a live. Welcome back. Mine had a lot of purple and some blue. I loved it. Nope, not mine. Mine was mostly blue. Well, hello, Nyasha. She said she's here. She's just multitasking. Kathy says, my family says I'm addicted to yarn. Listen, there are lots worse things that you could be addicted to. Okay? I'm just throwing that out there. Lots worse things that you could be addicted to. Tell them to quit sucking the joy out of your life. See, you have no other vices. It's fine. This is fine. This is all fine. So if I switch to my other account, it works. Weird, Kim. Maybe your account is bugged. I hope not. Figure that out. Thanks for teaching me how to join squares as I go. It's so nice to see the progress. Join as you go is the way to go. I really detest joining squares. I really do. I detest joining anything, really, by traditional means. I'd much rather do join as you go. I can't watch YouTube on my TV for some reason, so on my laptop. Not sure what's going on with it. I'm so sorry, Dee. There are so many conversations going on in chat that I am completely lost because I turned my eye and I stopped reading chat. Joining them as you go also reduces the ends to sew in. Sometimes it does. Let's play some yarn chicken and see if I can make this without having to start a new ball of yarn or join this yarn. Let's see if I can make it. Yarn chicken. Yeah, I'm not going to make it. I already know I'm not going to make it. It's not going to happen. And take all of your yarn with you. Where are you going? I missed. Kathy said she was going to Miami Vice. Maybe. I don't know. I looked away from the screen. As I said, I'm missing part of the conversations. Joining / seaming is right up there with weaving in ends. I know that's right. I know that's right. Good night, Kayla. It's getting close to that time. We had about 15 minutes left. Yeah, we're not going to make it. We are not going to make it. But that's okay. I have another one. I'll magic knot it up real quick. Come on, come on. See how easy that was? I love this yarn. No fussing, no fighting. There was the center. Love it. Not looking at the screen. Conversation is flying by. Come on. My hands are starting to get cold. My fingers don't want to work properly. Come here, come here. Snip. Snip. Okie dokie. Here we go. See you next week. Jai, good. I got a huge ball with mini yarn barf knots in the center. Oof, that's not fun. Wait, what am I doing? Get back here. Come here. I lost my place. When can we expect the best of 2019 results to come out? As soon as I get time to sit down and do all of the math. I did not forget about that. I definitely remember it. I haven't forgotten about it. Hopefully within the next couple weeks. Unfortunately, Good Loops is snagging up a lot of my time right now because I have to get all of the inventory and stuff done because people are waiting to buy yarn and they're waiting on me. So I have to get all of that stuff done. Oh, my Aunt Jean Ann is getting ready for book fair. You know what that means? That means that I'm going to be super cranky next week because whenever book fair is going on, I don't get to talk to my Aunt Jean Ann. I talk to my Aunt Jean Ann every day before I go to work, and she calms me down just by talking to her and hearing her voice. So I get really cranky whenever I can't talk to my Aunt Jean Ann because that's just the way that it works. And book fair comes along and then snags up all of her time and all of her energy. But I guess it's for a good reason. It's book fair, of course. You can just ignore all of my responses because they make maths hard. Kim, I always have to ignore your... Whenever I do a survey, I can always tell immediately that it's your response. Kim likes to write me paragraphs that make absolutely no sense sometimes in response. Because she's that friend. Did I go too big? Wait, 1, 2. You know what? I wonder if I'm using a different hook from that one. Why does it look like it's bigger? That would be a nice twist of events, wouldn't it? Because I put #1 Aussie on them. That's part of it. Come on, I just need a little bit more. Thank you. No, no, not you. The pick of the llama toy. Kathy said, I love the book fair. I used to volunteer at my daughter's school library. I would help the librarian during book fair. You know what, Kathy? You are an angel. Because my Aunt Jean Ann is that librarian. You're an angel. She needs all the help she can get during book fair because she's crazy busy. Crazy, crazy, crazy busy. 21st. Oh, so it's not until next month? Okay, fine. I take it back. I shan't be cranky next week. All right. Are these different? I think I was working with a different hook, you guys. Why is that one so much bigger? I'll bet you I was working in a 3.5. This is my life. Seriously. What is going on? Okay, so this was at the back. This is one that I just got finished doing. This is my life, you guys. Only me. Only me. Child next week is next month. Yes, but it's next month. Now you have a coaster. Now I have a lot of coasters because these ones, is that the right? That one is right. That one is right. Wait, maybe not. Nope, that one was with a 4. So all of these, that's a 4. All of these were done with 4mm. That was done with a 3.5, I'll bet you. I'll bet you. Yep, those are 3.5. Second blanket, different size. Stop it. Somebody remind me that I used a 3.5. What am I thinking? Why did I do this to myself? Why? All of these squares, all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 squares done with the wrong hook. Only me. Do you not have notes on the hook size? Who are you talking to? Do I ever make notes about anything? Ever? No. Yes, I can frog. I will frog. I will frog. I have to because that's a big size difference. That's a very big size difference. It's a very big size difference. There's no way that I can move that around. Oh, my Aunt Jean Ann said, no, not a writer. I'm a Nana by heart and a librarian by vocation. D, are you sure you can type? I thought you always used a 4mm. I normally do. I normally always use a 4mm, which is why I am so confused. That's why I just automatically picked up one. I wonder if maybe they've been sitting for a long time, so they've like contracted. You think? I normally always use a 4mm. I might be able to stretch them out to fit. Maybe. Maybe you should make notes. I probably should. I probably should. You know, you probably would have won Yarn Chicken if you were using the right hook. I don't think so. I didn't even make it around a full side. I've forgotten hook size and just had to frog. Well, you know, they're not going to look the same design. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Where are the colors off? Where is this? Here, that's a little better. It's been almost 2 hours and nobody told me that my colors were blown out. Oh, it's almost time. 5 minutes left. I might be able to stretch these out. I think this is fine. I do always work with a 4mm. I had to have. Honest to goodness, I had to have. I had to have. There's no way. Sally said, ooh, my knit crate just arrived. Look at that. How awesome is that, huh? Okay, so if you guys don't know, if you don't know about Patreon, then what you don't know is a lot. So you can go to patreon.com/itscrochetoclock, and there you can see all kinds of different tiers. Patreon is kind of like a way to support artists and YouTubers and all kinds of other great people are on Patreon, but the basic premise is that you donate or pledge a certain amount of money each month, and you get something in return from the artist that you are pledging money to. We have a $1, $3, $5, $10, and a $20 tiers, and each tier has its own benefit. Most of them you get behind the scenes stuff, so you get new lives from me. Most of the time I'm going crazy, running around in my pajamas with my hair all a mess, and sometimes bad words come out of my mouth whenever I have to use a screwdriver. There's all kinds of things that happen whenever we go live. Another benefit is the monthly Zoom meeting, which is, a bit more intimate. There are tiers where you can get special merchandise from me that will never be in the merchandise store. There's also tiers where you get early access to all of my videos and my patterns. Another benefit that the patrons will have is what I am working on right now, my super secret squirrel thing. They will get that for free because it will not be a free release. My patrons will get that for free because they support me all the time. So they also get to skip the YouTube ads and not have any guilt with it, because that's how us YouTubers get paid. You have to watch at least 30 seconds of a video in order for the YouTuber to get paid. So we encourage patrons to just skip past the ads because they are donating money to us on a monthly basis anyway. So they don't need to do that. And I love them for it. So if you want to join the Patreon crew, you can go ahead and do that. That's patreon.com/itscrochetoclock. Don't forget to join the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group if you haven't done so already. The shenanigans continue out there through the week. We talk about all kinds of things. Most of it is yarn related. Sometimes the chatter from here on YouTube carries over, and sometimes people get cranky about that. Just ignore them because they have found It's Crochet O'Clock through a different manner than the YouTube world, so they don't understand because they don't come in here to the lives. Bless their hearts. Bless their hearts. I'm going to take off. I know that it's just a couple minutes early, but I'm really, really, really cold. So I'm going to take off. I will say goodbye for now. I will see you guys next week. Have a great evening or a great day wherever you are in the world.